right. Whoa, hang on. That's a little too far. Whoa, hang on. I'm there. There. I'm good. I'm good. There, we're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. All right. That's where we're going to leave that sit. Okay. Enjoy my lighting. My lighting's great. I got a lamp. I got a lamp. One lamp. Oh, goodness, you guys. Oh, wow. Just wow. That's all I got. Hang on. I got an ad plan here. There we go. Okay. All right. So I am here. Yeah. I mean, what else am I going to do tonight? There's not a whole lot I can do tonight, right? So let me say hello to people, first of all, like Gammy and Sherry and Joe and Sue. I see they're already having a conversation amongst themselves about diamond painting purchases. Paula's here. Hello, Paula. It is very nice here today. The weather is a very nice, comfortable, I don't know, 70 something. Let's see, who else is here? Everybody having a great day. Joe likes the Dreamer's designs of the kids looking in the window at Santa. Joe, that is my family. That picture is me. I'm the oldest, and then my sister, and then my brother, the little one. Yeah, that's me and my siblings as children. Sue's not buying. Tammy you didn't like that one, Tammy? Tammy. Hello, Gina and Judy and Mystery is here. I just got done talking to her. Let's see, who else is here? Patty's here. Hello, Patty. Manette. Hello, Manette. Manette and Jeanette. I like that. Right next to each other. Manette, Jeanette. Hi, girls, ladies, women. Oh, boy. Marianne's here. Yep. Well, I have a little electricity. We have a generator. We'll talk about all of this. We'll talk about it, okay? Hello, Yvonne. How is Yvonne today? Let's see. Debbie Rice is here. Catherine's here. Let's see. CC Angel's here. How's the puppy, CC Angel? I'll talk about my puppies in a minute. Marion is here. Yes, we are fine. It's crazy. Hello, Rose. He briefly talked to his son in Texas, and he said it was 105, and he had been out at paintball practice. And I'm like, what? Why? Why do you go out at playing paintball when it's 105 degrees? I don't get it. Cat's Gallery's here. Hello. Yvonne got 2 Dreamer designs. Yeah, the 2 bird kits from DAC. I have so many paintings of birds. I mean, I like those, but I have so many paintings of birds. I was just like, I don't need any more birds. I don't think I need any more birds. Hello, Carrie. How's Carrie doing? And then everything went jumpy. Hello, Christopher. We were just talking about you, Christopher. Were your ears burning? I bet they were. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Dawn. How's Dawn doing? Jeannie's here hanging out, and April's here. Hi, April. Yeah, we're sort of okay. Yeah. I mean, we're physically okay. Our house is okay. All right. So we'll go with that. Hello, Beth. How is Beth doing tonight? Who else is here? Mary Lou's here. You made it. Mary Lou, you're not working. Yay. You have this dragonfly? It's so pretty. I just pulled this out of the little magic box because I had to have something to work on. So, yeah. Pulled something out. Hello, Liz. How are you doing? Uh-oh. I know, right? Your ears are burning. I know. Your ears are burning. Yes. Yeah. I haven't diamond painted in a couple of days because, well, because first of all, I diamond paint a lot at night, and it's been difficult to do without electricity. So, yeah, Yvonne. Oh, I'm telling you what, Yvonne. I'll tell you what. The thing that really got me was when my phone sent me an alarm. And I was like, whoa, my phone is sending me an alarm. I'm like, okay, that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. So it's been quite a ride. So on Thursday was our last day with the children, right? And I'm thinking, okay, life's gonna settle down a little bit. No more grandpa daycare, right? Life will settle down. Yeah. Except um Thursday night. I mean Thursday, all day long on Thursday was blistering. It was so humid and so the air was just thick. You would walk out and it would just be like, oh, you would like be, you can't even breathe. You couldn't even catch a breath. The air was so thick and humid. And so we stayed in all day long. Um, and the kids and I, the twins anyhow, we diamond painted all day. And we finished a couple things. So we're proud of that. But we knew there was a storm coming. We knew it was going to happen, right? What we didn't know was it was going to be as bad as it was. That's what we didn't know, right? Hi, Joe. The light storm started. I don't even know what time, but lightning, like I've never seen lightning. Like the whole sky would just light up. And I do have video. There will be a whole video of lightning, damages, all kinds of stuff. It's super entertaining. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. Anyhow, I've just been filming lots of things as I go. You know what I mean? So the lightning just went on and on and on and on. And then Dale was getting the chickens and the ducks in, and it started getting really dark. Of course, it's nighttime also. It's transitioning to evening, and then it's getting darker because the storm is really coming. And it was like batten down the hatches, batten down the hatches. I got inside. I was sitting in the living room, which I have windows everywhere, big window in the front. I'm sitting by a patio door. I mean, windows everywhere. And I got nervous. I got nervous, right? Hello, Anita and Michelle and John. Hello, hello. And I finally was like, the rain started, and I was like, I'm going to the basement stairs. At least I'm headed to the basement. Because to get to the basement, I have to go past a whole entire row of windows. I mean, there are some rooms downstairs that are very interior cement wall rooms down there. And I would have gone there if I felt that I needed to. If I really started hearing things really crashing and whatnot, I would have headed downstairs. The nice thing about our house is we have no large trees right around our house. There are no big trees right around our house. We have some smaller trees and things like that, but nothing really large. So, I mean, we might have gotten some limbs or something, some little branches, but nothing huge could fall on our house, right? But I sat there on the stairs, and I took the dogs with me. And I sat on like the second stair down, right? And we just cuddled. Hi, Gail. Hi, Dreamer. So we just sat there, right? And watched it rain and listened to it rain and saw the lightning. And oh my goodness. Hi, Michelle. It was bizarre. It was bizarre. And it just barreled through. It just barreled through. We could hear a few things bumping and things like that outside. Don't know what they were. Don't know what the noises came from. Don't know. Things flying around, whatever, But it happened. And then it stopped. The rain stopped. The wind kind of stopped. It got calm again. The lightning did not stop. The lightning didn't stop for 3 hours. 3 hours. We had this light show. And it would literally light up the whole sky. And it would just kept doing it. Foo, foo, just flash and flash and flash. Well, then at that point, it stopped raining. And Dale was like, okay, he's going to walk around outside. And he's like, wow, okay. He took a flashlight out because at that point, our power was gone, right? our power was out. So he was out walking around with a flashlight, and I was inside sitting with another flashlight. I walked outside with him a little bit. He's like asking me questions. Do you know where this came from? Did we have a pot? Did we have this? And he's just like, reporting a few things here and there. And nothing else we could do, I think I crocheted for a while because I got a little neck light, it's a rechargeable. I gotta probably recharge that tonight if I want to crochet at night. I'll need the light. But hi Jamie. We didn't really know the extent of it, really, until the morning. Well, let's just say on my street, let's just talk about my street. You can get from the main road out there down my street to my house and past my house. There were a couple of trees, but they weren't really covering the whole road. They had fallen over, or they were in the road. But you could get around them and that kind of stuff. However, when you got past my house and you looked down the street, you could not see down the road. It was just a mountain of leaves and trees and trunks and branches everywhere. There were at least 6 or 7 trees down in the road down there. And we're talking, these are huge, big, giant trees, right? There are 3 neighbors on that side of the street because they're on the opposite side of the street from me. There's 3 of them that live over there, and none of them could get out. They couldn't get out of their driveways. They couldn't get out in the road. It was impassable. So Dale went down there yesterday, and him and the neighbor kid down there just started chainsawing stuff. Just chainsawing and chainsawing and chainsawing as much as they could. And they cleared the road in front of those 3 houses, which then also let the 4th neighbor be able to get out because he was down the road just a little bit further on the other side of the road. And they thought, okay, well, that should do it, right? No. Mm-mm. Not until you go down to the end of the road. When you get down to the end of the road, end of the road was like somebody, you remember play that game Pick Up Sticks, when somebody just takes the sticks and they drop them? That was what all the trees did. And these are very old, very tall hickory trees. So they're hardwood. And once they cleared the road up closer to us, then they went down the other end of the street and they started driving through the farmer's field to get around because they could get around all of those other trees by driving through the farmer's field. Luckily, there was nothing growing in the field because they'd already harvested the wheat. So they were just driving through the field to get around all these trees. I have video of that as well, driving past all the trees and just all the power lines. All the power lines are down. I mean, and they're covered by these huge, huge, huge trees all the way across the road. And they'd already cut a bunch of them. 2 years ago, the power company came through and cut a bunch of those. It didn't matter. They were just tumbling down, just like, like dominoes, when somebody just pushes the dominoes over and it's just like, and they just all came down. It was insane. And you just want to be home. Where are you at? Tornado touchdown. I believe there are 2 confirmed tornadoes in the area. And others suspected, but not confirmed because, like nobody really saw them to confirm them or something. I don't know. But here, let me give you a quick little lesson. Okay, here's Michigan. Okay, I hope you can see my hand. Here's Michigan. So Grand Rapids is like over here on the western side of the state over here. And so this storm started over here at Grand Rapids. And it came through this way. It was going southeast, and it came through Ionia and some other little towns, and then it came through Grand Ledge, and it came through my town, and then it hits Lansing. It hit the south end of Lansing and Holt. That's where my dad lives, is in Holt. My sister lives in Holt. Potterville is in here. That's where both of my kids live. That's where I really live, although it's called Charlotte, but I'm a mile from Potterville. The town of Potterville, there's nothing open in Potterville. There's not, the traffic lights don't work. Nothing. I mean, it just did this whole path, and it just whoosh, and it just took everything out everywhere. The one confirmed tornado, and Highway 96 follows that same route. It's north and south, but it goes east and west, and it comes all the way down into Detroit. Okay. Further out on 96 was a confirmed tornado, and it went like ripping right down the highway, and it tossed over 20 semis were poop, tipped over, knocked over, going down the highway. All the trees are just wiped out there. That's the one confirmed tornado, is down the highway. 5 people died. 3 people died in a car accident when they hydroplaned. A lady in Lansing died when a tree came through her house and killed her in her house. And I believe the other one was also some car accident, isolated incident of a car accident during the storm. So 5 deaths. It was unbelievable. I have no idea how long we're going to be without power. No clue. Here's the interesting thing, is there's a couple of major power companies, and we don't have that because we are a rural area, and we have this special co-op for our power. And interestingly enough, our co-op services this area I just told you about here, but rural. Not in the cities, but in the rural outlying areas. It services that area I was just kind of talking about. So, yeah, I don't know when we're going to get our power. I have no idea. Even people who have like the major company, which is consumers around here, they're getting estimates, and none of the estimates are accurate. I mean, they'll get an estimate that says it's going to be this time, and it's not. Then, no, it's going to be this time, and it's not. So, I mean, we'll have power when we get power. I mean, they still can't even get down our road. Okay. Yes, all the truck drivers were okay. I mean, I don't know if they were injured or not, but nobody died. Okay. And they had to clear the highway of all these semis because they were all in the highway, tipped over. So, yeah. So after Dale worked on the road and realized he couldn't get any further, there was just no way he could get further, I was talking with Angie. And Angie lives up in Saginaw, and they weren't affected up there. They were not in the path of this storm. And they have 2 generators. And she said, we'd be more than willing to lend you a generator. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to take you up on it. Do you want to meet? And so we did. We met like halfway in between her house and my house. I don't know what I have in this pen, but whatever it is not picking up a thing. I'm going to see if I can get it out. I don't have tweezers in here or anything, but I'm going to see if I can get it out of here because I don't know even what it is. Looks like it's a putty maybe. I don't know. But it's not picking up anything. So we met Angie. Dale and I, we drove up there and saw much more damage, and we got a generator from her. So the generator is currently running our refrigerator. And I have a power strip that is running a light. And the funny story is, Dale decided to, I bet he worked all night. I bet he did, Angie. Consumers is gonna. I mean, they're working their tails off. I know they are. It's going back tonight in my area. Yes. Well, I'm not a consumer's customer though, Angie. He's probably not going to come to my house. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, he won't be coming to my house because I'm not a consumer's customer. But so like I said, we plugged in the refrigerator and we had a light, and he can plug in the sump pump if we need to because we have a sump pump, and if we don't keep that pumped out, our basement will flood. However, currently we're keeping the sump pump crack cleaned out pretty well because Dale keeps going down there and taking water out of it with a pitcher and stuff and putting it into buckets so that we have water to flush the toilets. Because, you don't have power, we don't have water because we live in the country. So you can't even flush your toilet. So you have to flush your toilet with running a bucket of water down it, and then it will go down. So that's how we're doing that, right? It's just crazy town. I've never seen a storm cause this much damage and have it be this bad. Everywhere we went, because we went out to breakfast yesterday before they started working, and I thought I wanted to see the other house, I don't know how the other house fared. I don't know how much damage is over there. I don't know. So after breakfast, we went by that way. It took us 3 different attempts to even be able to get to that house because we tried one road and it's covered with trees. And we tried another road and it's covered with trees. And so the third road, we finally were able to get close enough. They've got the railroad tracks torn up too, so you can't get through there. But we got close enough we could kind of actually see the yard and things like that. Yeah. Well, luckily they had a couple of trees down over there and nothing too bad. So no structural damage there. Her animals are okay. And I saw on Facebook just a little bit ago that her and Devin and Jackson have been out like taking care of some of the trees and things like that in their yard. So yeah. My son, who also lives in Potterville, but he lives in a subdivision across from the high school, they have no power. It's everywhere. It's just horrendous. The high school in Potterville, when we drove by there, I was like, well, it's going to be a while before they can have a football game there because the visitors' side stands are all crumpled up in a pile in the middle of the field. That's how bad it is. The neighbors down the road, they have so much stuff. You guys, they have holes in the roof. They had a huge line of pine trees between them and the neighbors. And it basically just kind of sheared off all the tops of the pine trees. And 3 of them hit their house. It's bizarre. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like we're camping in our house. Camping in our house. Mm-hmm. Hi, Kathy. So a couple people have asked me, what's the longest that I've ever gone without power? And I'm like, in this house, like 2 hours. I mean, our power company has done a really good job of keeping things trimmed up, keeping things away from the power lines so that we don't have, power outages. But the storm had 75-mile-an-hour winds whip through. Now, call it what you want to call it. I guess it's not classified as a tornado because it wasn't, didn't have the rotation to it. But 75-mile-an-hour winds, it's whipping through and it's doing major damage. There are still trees at the neighbor's house that are going to fall. They're going to fall. There's no way that they can stay the way they are. They're leaning. There's a tree right down the road that is leaning on power lines. It's leaning on the power lines. And it hasn't taken the lines down yet. But when you get down to the end of the road is just a disaster. So apparently yesterday while we were gone, the people who lived down at the end of the road started chainsawing these huge trees down at the other end. And they had actually managed to get a path through. They have a path through as wide as a car. I drove through it today. You can drive through a car width until you get to one tree, and one tree you have to drive under it. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't driving under that tree. It's like a bridge over the road. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'll turn around right here. I had to do my little 6-point turn or whatever it is and turn myself around and head back. But the lines are just all tangled up in all of those trees. So today, Dale and I were out. We lost more branches from that apple tree out front. We lost a bunch of branches from the black walnut on the other side of the property. A couple other small things like that. But we were out just cleaning up our own yard, our own messes, Not to mention that there are branches and leaves everywhere. One of the strangest things is to see leaves stuck to the side of your house, like a pie, You're like, oh, well, there's just debris and leaves and stuff are stuck to the house. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yvonne, we had a 3-day ice storm. You're probably talking about that ice storm a few years ago. I don't know if, like, Meijer is our grocery store. We don't have a grocery store right here in town, so we have to go up to the next town, which is also one of those towns that has had no power. So I don't even know if the Meijer is open. I have no idea. No clue. Yeah. But we did have an ice storm one year, and we were out of power for about 3 days. And that was at Christmas time. And we had Christmas dinner at our other house on our grill. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Oh, Molly. No. The trees just took everything out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here we sit, day 2, no power. But the weird thing was, we got this generator from Angie, plugged in the refrigerator, plugged in a light for last night. He had something else plugged in too. I don't remember what. But today, Dale gets up this morning and he's like, so, I'm going to try the computer. I'm like, okay, but I don't think anything's going to work. I don't think we have any internet. All of our lines are down, all the way down the street, right? He kicks on this computer. He turns it on. It comes on. And he's like, let me see if I have internet. He goes to the internet, and guess what? It's working. The internet is working just fine. So I'm like, are you kidding? How is the internet working? I don't get it. We figure our internet line, our fiber optic cable, comes from the other end of the street, up by the main road, and comes down this way. So it didn't get damaged because the damage all happens after my house. That's the only thing that we can figure. So, yeah. Everybody's fine. Our chickens are fine. Our ducks are fine. Our animals are fine. My daughter's animals are fine. We're very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of houses that, have holes in the roofs and, things like that. We're very, very lucky. Really. So Dale, after we did our cleanup here, we raked and he chainsawed and we picked up and raked and more pickup and, all that. Then he went down to the neighbors again. the kid is like, how old is he? Maybe 20. You know, he's a young kid. He's 20. He doesn't know a lot of stuff like that, you know. And his dad is older, and his dad's not really doing well. Matter of fact, they went to a hotel last night, his dad and his mom. That's a whole weird story we won't talk about right now. But they went to a hotel because he just couldn't stand it in the house without power, without the toilet, without food, without. So they just went to a hotel. She was cleaning out their refrigerator today, and she brought me a bag of food. So I got that in the freezer because it was from their freezer. And Dale's been down there because they have a generator and they couldn't get it running. And guess what? Dale got their generator running. So they have a generator. The other thing that Dale's now helping with, because he came home for a minute and he went back down there, he's now helping them like patch the hole in their roof. Because they have a couple holes in their roof where those pine trees came down on their roof. Oh, my pear tree. Let me tell you the story about my pear tree. Joe, the fiber optic is not buried. It's not. I watched them string it when they put it in. It's not in the ground. I mean, the only part that's buried is from my pole out there under my driveway over to my house is underground. The rest of it is not. Matter of fact, they had to put in new guide wires out in my front yard over here, and that's just for the fiber optic out there. Yeah. So they're not underground. Nope. I don't think we sustained any damage. I really don't. But hello, Deborah. The pear tree. First of all, I know Jamie. He really is. He's helping everybody. So the pear tree, after its transplant, immediately went into shock. Apparently, it went into shock. All right. So the lady who moved it, she was like, oh, geez. She said, I've never seen it happen quite that fast, but yeah, it's having transplant shock. It should be fine. Just make sure you water it once a week. And we'd already talked about staking it up because when she took her big cone-shaped piece of dirt, she said, I didn't hit any roots. There were no roots. She said all the roots were contained in the ball that she dug out. But there was a rock, a big rock that she had to get around. And because she had to go around the rock, she didn't get as much dirt on one side, on one of the spades. There's like 4 spades that go in the ground. And the one spade was hitting this rock. And so she had to move it in to go around the rock. So she didn't get as much dirt there. So when she put it in the hole, it kind of had a big divot on the one side. So she said, yeah, fill it up with some dirt. And it's leaning a little bit, stake it up because it's going to want to like slide over and lean over into that hole. So that's another job we did this morning. Another job we did this morning was to go out there and stake up the tree, put more dirt around it. And I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It didn't fall over or anything in the storm. I think what happened was those winds were so fast, but the winds that were really bad were up high. And so like the tall trees are the ones that took like the most hit, and lower trees weren't as affected, if that makes sense. I mean, they were, but Molly, the damage, Michigan, right? Michigan. Widespread damage goes from Grand Rapids, follow 96, all the way through here, through South Lansing, all the way down towards Detroit. I don't know where it stopped. Don't know where it stopped. Anyhow, it's horrible. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere. The damage, the trees, just. So we're very, very lucky. We're very lucky. Like I said, none of my family has power. My dad is just all depressed because he has trees down at his place. He did have a neighbor come over today, though, and help him with some of his trees, did some chainsawing, and they brought their kids. They have 5 kids. And so they brought the kids over and they were picking up, sticks and this and that and doing some cleanup. I mean, because I haven't been able to be over there yet even. Um, this is kind of one of those times it's like Dale's helping neighbors, and my dad's neighbors are helping him. And it's kind of like neighbors help neighbors at this point. I'm proud of the girls though. I mean, the girls and Jackson, they were over at their house and they pulled some trees down and they've limbed them. And Shannon says she needs to get gas for her. She's got a small little chainsaw and she's going to try to cut up the trunk of the tree. It's a pine tree, so it doesn't have a huge trunk. But I'm proud of them that they're able to, do that. And they're doing it as a family over there. So, yeah. You are east and south of Detroit and tore up and flooding and power outages. There you go. Like I said, it kind of followed Highway 96 right through the center of our state and just tore everything up in its path. Tore everything up. Just bizarre. So here we sit. I have a light. I have a computer. Hey, I put together a video today. I get to show you guys a video tomorrow. Right? So there's that. I was thinking you guys probably wouldn't get videos for a week or something, but hey, I got a new video for tomorrow. Yeah. Anyhow, our road you couldn't get down it at all, Molly. Not at all. It was blocked in 2 places. Dale and the neighbor kid cleared out one, and then people from the other end of the street have cleared out a path. A path. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is nuts. It is, and there's a fly. Fly, go away. Go away. So, like I said, we went to Dale's daughter's house last night to take a shower. I don't know if he's going to plan on doing that tonight. He's been down there working again. And now, can you see that fly? Can you see him? He's right here. What's wrong with you? What? Dumb thing. Any fly that's going to just sit there like that. Yikes. So we survived that. Now it's just wait for power. Wait for power. Told my dad I'd try to get over there. Maybe I can go over tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. But he's all depressed. He's just all depressed. I'm like, well, Dad, you got to put it into perspective. Yep, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of mess. I mean, my whole entire yard is filled with leaves and twigs everywhere. I mean, I have leaves and twigs from trees that I don't even have on my property, right? They're from down the road somewhere. These branches and twigs. They're not mine. Yeah. But you got to put it into perspective. Everybody's okay. And nobody, at least in my family, nobody really had any damage. Yeah, there's trees down. Yeah, we have messes. But messes can be cleaned up. Messes can be picked up. We're not going to have our homes repaired and things like that. So we're very, very lucky. I'm very, very grateful. The neighbors next door, the first house on the road here, a couple years ago, he did himself, okay, Fly, you got to go. You got to go. What? Okay. There. Go down there. There. Took care of him. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, the first house. They had started putting on a metal roof. So they have a metal roof on like half of their house. And then he got sick and he's finally learned he has congestive heart failure. And he wasn't able to really work on their metal roof anymore. So it's kind of half metal, half shingles. They lost a ton of their shingles in this storm, and some of his metal had buckled. So I think he's going to get his roof done finally. Yep. I think he's not going to have to worry about finishing the job. I think he'll probably get that done with his insurance. So, yeah, the fly was depressed. Oh boy. Well, I got him, didn't I? I got him. Um, yeah, Brandy and I were talking, and she's like, "Man, it sounds like you guys sounds like a hurricane." And I'm like, "Well, could have been a hurricane." He said, "Just we don't have all the ocean situation with the hurricane and the ocean waters and stuff." And I mean, it didn't really flood here. I mean, I don't know how it could have flooded because it's been so stinking dry around here. I just don't know how it could have really flooded. I mean, the ground just soaked it up thank you. Thank you for the water. Thank you. My pond looks great. My rock that sticks out when the water's low is completely covered. It's looking good out there. So, oh goodness. Yeah, Dale wants a whole house generator. Yeah. But they're pricey. Yeah, they're pricey. Oh yeah, there were sirens too. I couldn't hear the sirens because it was so noisy with the rain and the wind and everything. I couldn't really hear the sirens, but I know there were sirens going off. My phone was very helpful though. My phone was very helpful. Oh no! In this storm, Kathy, when his truck was blown off the road and flipped. I hope it wasn't this storm. I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. So, I mean, he wants to get a whole house generator, but then he'll be like, well, we don't hardly ever need a generator. I mean, and we don't. Like I said, since we've lived here, our power has been out just a few times, maximum of 2 hours, right? But it's interesting. When the power goes out, it gets real quiet, right? Real, real quiet. And then people start kicking on generators and stuff. And then all you hear is generators everywhere. Like there's a generator next door. Now we have the generator here. And you just hear this generator hum everywhere, Yeah, it's interesting. But that's been my last couple days. In this storm, okay, hang on. What did you say when his truck what? Was blown off the road and flipped? Your neighbor's nephew. Okay, so that might be that fifth person I was thinking about. Because there was 3 that died in one car accident when their car hydroplaned. And then there was the one lady who died in her home when the tree came through her house. And then I knew there was another one that was just like a single car incident. Oh my gosh. It's terrible. Terrible. Anyhow. Yeah. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, it could have. It's just now the cleanup. And, restoring things. Power. One of the main things, getting power back. I believe it was some astronomical amount of people that didn't have power. I don't even know anymore. My phone wasn't working very good. There's a cell tower down at the end of my street. There's another interesting story. We're going to give away some prizes in a minute, but there's a cell tower at the end of the road, and it has a generator. But what I've learned is that the generator at the cell tower will come on, and it really only supports like emergency type things, like emergency service. Okay. So they've been trying to get down there and get another generator down there to really fully power it, because it's not fully powered right now. And they couldn't get down there. Even going through the farmer's field, they couldn't get down there. So they did manage to get down there this morning because the people down the road, like I said, had started cutting just a path through the trees. And that's all it is a path. And so they were able to get down there and install that generator down there at the cell tower. And, the neighbor said his phone started working better. And I'm like, well, probably because they got that going. I don't know what all it powers or who all it gives service to or whatnot, but, having a fully operational cell tower is probably a good thing. So my phone wasn't working good yesterday even. I couldn't look at things on the internet, or if I was looking, I could get Facebook, but it was old and, old stuff. And I don't know, just all crazy, all crazy. Yeah, trees, branches. I know. Their water's not good. Just, yeah. Yeah, have one with you, need it or not. That's not a bad idea. He'll probably get one. Yeah. Thank you, Tammy. I saw that you did that. I know I really haven't been on any of the social media stuff because it's just not working. Once we turned on this computer though and realized my computer's working and my internet's working, then I can connect to my Wi-Fi and now my phone works. So, woohoo. My dad didn't have his phone working and my dad, oh my gosh, try to tell my dad his phone's going dead because he doesn't have electricity. Yet he's been going into town 2 or 3 times a day to just go get food because, he can't cook food at his house because the microwave doesn't work, the stove doesn't work. But I'm like, why aren't you charging your phone in the car when you're going into town? I'll give you one good reason why. He doesn't have a phone charger in his car. I'm like, oh, geez, Dad, you need a phone charger in your car. Yeah. And then yesterday, my sister had her second surgery. Yeah, that was scheduled for yesterday. That went just fine. Hospitals run on generators, folks. Well, I don't think they ever lost power because they're like in downtown Lansing, and I don't think they lost power there. So they were good to go. So she had her surgery. She's doing better this time than she was after the first one. It was less trauma this time. So she's doing better. Still, major surgeries and it's very painful and there's a lot of that, but better than the first time. She doesn't have any drains, which is really good. That makes things a lot easier. She doesn't have to have somebody there to, help her with drains all the time and stuff like that. So I need to get over there and see her. So I think tomorrow might be a day of, go see my dad, go see my sister, that kind of stuff. Her daughter is staying with her, so she's okay for a while. She got her daughter taking care of her. But anyhow, oh goodness. Yeah, my phone, well, I had to turn my Wi-Fi back on my phone. I'd had my Wi-Fi off thinking that my mobile data would work better on my phone, but it really wasn't. But it wasn't. So, well, you guys, we have some prizes to give away. So let me explain. I mean, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go live. And then when I went to schedule this, I hadn't talked to Brandy yet. I didn't know what she had going on. So I didn't schedule it like through StreamYard so that she could actually come on and be live with us, but she's here and we're going to give away some prizes. So here's what happened. First of all, let me explain. Week 2 was a gift card to DP with Sparklers and this guy, right? one of our little Groots. You get one of our little Groots. Okay. Oh, you can't see him. Hang on. Let me move him up here. Can you see him now? Can you see him now? I know he's dark. I'm sorry. We're in the dark. I got a lamp. I got one lamp. I realized as I was getting ready to set up for this live, I have so many ceiling fans and recessed lights and overhead lights in this house. I don't have lamps. This lamp is in the office, which we hardly ever turn it on because I don't need to. And there's a lamp in our bedroom. All I have is one little tiny desk lamp. That's what I'm lighting everything up here with, is one lamp. So anyhow, so DP with sparklers and the Groot. That was for week 2's giveaway. And we pulled a winner. And the winner contacted me, and she was so sweet and so nice. And she said, so I'm from England. And I know that shipping is really, really expensive. So will you please just pick another winner, a US winner, because I know how expensive it is to ship that stuff. And I was like, oh, well, okay, are you sure? I said, I mean, do you buy from DP with sparklers? And she said, I have one time, but even that's really expensive, so I'm good. I've just been having fun, doing special drill things. Go ahead and pick a different winner. And I was like, okay, I mean, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that, So we're going to pick a new winner for week 2. And that's the DP with sparklers and the Groot. And then Brandy has figured out week 3. And Brandy has all the information with her. And since I'm not using my computer to record the video, I'm using my phone. I'm kind of like at a handicap here. I'm all handicapped today. Let me tell you what. So she's just going to help us out. She's going to tell us how many entries we had. We're going to pick a number, and then she's going to go to the spreadsheet and pick winners. Okay, that's what we're going to do. For week 3, it is $20 gift certificate to Crystal Canvas Art. So we got 2 to do. Two. All right. I know, it was very nice of her. I mean, I felt really bad, but she was like, yeah, no, I totally get it. She says, I know you can't afford to ship those things. And I was like, Brandy and I were going to try to figure it out, but she was just like, no, please just pick somebody else that's US. And I was like, okay, thank you. So, Brandy, you got both spreadsheets there. I'm going to assume you got the spreadsheet from week 2 and you have the spreadsheet from week 3. Am I correct? I'll have to wait for Brandy to answer, but I'm pretty sure she does. Okay, there we go. Week 2. A number between 166 and 320. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a number. How's that sound? I'm just going to pick a number. I'm going to go somewhere right in the middle. Let's go with, I'll put it in here too so you guys can know. I'm going to go with this number right here. I don't know why. It just sounds like a good number. I'm going to pick 222. So Brandy is going to go to her spreadsheet. And you guys just, that's how we got to do it. Sorry. So 222 for week 2. You see what I did? You see what I did there? Right? Week 2. The winner was 222. All right. So now she's got to go look it up. Got to go look them up. I love the bum. What bum? What? Oh, 222 is Donna Bird. Oh, Donna. I know Donna. Well, Donna. I wish Donna was here, but I know Donna and I know how to get a hold of Donna. That's awesome. Congratulations to Donna. That's cool. I met Donna at the retreat in June. Donna is very sweet. Donna actually was in the room right next to me. Yeah, her and Lynn. Her and Lynn were in the room right next door to me and Angie. Them girls stayed up until the wee hours of the morning. Let me tell you what. And boy, did they have a good time. Those two had a fabulous time, man. They hit it off and they had a blast. So congratulations, Donna. So Donna wins week 2. So she gets the cute little Groot dude here. And oh, she's gonna love that. She loves diamond painting with sparklers. Donna is a blinging queen, man. She blings up everything. She does some nice work too. She had a bunch of stuff there that she'd worked on, and it's fantastic. She's gonna have a blast getting to spend some money at DP with sparklers. Congratulations, Donna. Right? She's kind of fun, isn't she, Brandy? You saw some of the stuff she worked on, right? She she jazzes everything up. Her stuff's really nice. So yeah, she'll be happy with that. Congratulations, Donna. Yeah. All right. All righty. Do you want to just roll right in with the next one? Brandy's being beckoned to go watch a movie tonight with I believe it's with her son and his girlfriend. They got to watch some movie. Don't ask me what it was. I don't remember. But it's the first one. And tomorrow they're going to Panama City. I think that's where they're going. And they're going to go see the second one at the theater. But they needed to watch the first one. So it's movie night over at Grandma's house, I guess, watch the first one. So that they're up to speed. And then tomorrow they go to the theater to watch number 2. Right? Yeah. Something like that. So anyhow. All right. Week 3. Son, girlfriend, and your daughter to see the Meg. And then you're going to see Meg 2. See? I told you. I have no idea what that is. No idea. I just knew there was a number 1 and then a number 2. And they're watching number 1 tonight. So everybody's all on the same page and everybody's seen number 1 and then number 2 tomorrow. There you go. All right. So week 3, we have the numbers between 321 and 489. 321 and 489. Jamie, is it? I have no idea. I've never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. Nope. Never even heard of it. Let's see. Sean. Just Sean. Only Sean. Sean. Type a number in there between 321 and 489. Can you do that for me? I mean, I could pick, but, Sean, pick a number for me. Between 321 and 489. Oh, it's about a shark. Okay. Brandy, you live in Florida where they have sharks. Why would you go watch a scary movie about sharks? All right. Sean chose 451. Thank you, Sean. I knew you could handle that job, Sean. Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch scary movies either, Patty. Not at all. What? I don't even know what megalodon means. What is that? Just mega? A mega shark? Is it like a Jaws thing? Why would you watch a movie about sharks when you live in Florida? Do, 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 do. I mean, you never go to the ocean, Brandy? I mean, no, thank you. No, no, no. No, 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 no. So week 3's winner will win the $20 to spend on whatever you would like at Crystal Canvas. Yes, Crystal Canvas. Oh, the Meg is extinct. Not in the movie, it's not. Apparently, it's not extinct in the movie. Oh, I'm surprised it's still light here. Okay, my hummingbirds, you guys, my hummingbirds are insane. I used to think I only had 1 hummingbird, and then I learned that I had 2 hummingbirds. Okay, I got to do this first. Diane, is it Terrell? Terrell? Diane. Diane Terrell. Congratulations, Diane. You get the Crystal Canvas art. Crystal Canvas art. Congratulations. 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 Yay. So there's our two winners, Diane and Donna. Yay. Now we still have week 4, which is a DP with sparklers and a Groot. And then we have a grand prize, which will be drawn from everybody. All entries. All entries. Yay. All right. Thank you, Brandy, for your help. I appreciate it. I was like, how am I going to do this? I don't have a phone. I can't use my phone. I can do it on my computer, but I'm watching chat on my computer. I'm like, oh, what do I do? Anyhow, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everybody who is participating. It is a blast. You guys have been doing great work. Having a lot of fun in the comments. So, yeah. You're not going to hit 20, Brandy? You're not going to be able to hit 20? Come on, Brandy. You can do 20. You still got a few days. What do we have? 27, 28, 29, 33. You still got 5 days. 5 days, Brandy. 5. Uh-huh. Yeah. If they're doing a movie, it means it's alive. There you go. Ah, look out. Okay, back to these hummingbirds. Okay. I learned I had 2. And I know there's 2 because they chase each other off. I've got a hummingbird feeder outside of this window right here. And then I have a hummingbird feeder out off the deck. So there's one on the front of the house, one on the back of the house, pretty much. Okay. And they'll chase each other away. You'll see one like at the feeder, another one will just zip up and chase the other one away. Right. So I've learned that there were 2. Well, I've also learned that there are more than 2. I can stand on my porch and I stand in the corner and I just stand in the corner of the porch. And if I'm really still and I sit there and I look up at the hummingbird feeder, I can watch them and I watch where they go and I watch where they fly to. So they'll hover. Have you ever seen a hummingbird? They can hover, right? And they'll just be midair right in front of you and they're just hovering there. And then another one will swoop in and they'll take off and another one will swoop by. I've seen 4 at a time, just zipping in and out. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in a danger zone here. I hunker down in the corner because I'm like, okay, they're not going to hit the house, right? They're not going to run into the house. They're smarter than that, right? And I just stand there and I just watch them as they zip around and they'll chase each other off. And one will go out into the Japanese maple and one will go over here into the thorn apples and one flies up over the roof and they're just all over the place, just chasing each other everywhere, chasing each other. You've counted up to 15. That's interesting. Every once in a while, they remember people's faces. They know my face. They get used to me being out there. That's kind of cool. Wow, that's kind of cool. Huh. Yeah, she's been doing a lot of big sets, isn't she? I know. I love watching them. I love watching them. I could just stand there and watch them for, forever, really. I just stand there. But I watch them and I watch them go land in the trees. I can see where they are on the branches and the 2 trees out there. And it's just fascinating. So Dale comes in earlier, and I think Brandy was on the phone with me. You have 9 feeders? Wow, that's a lot of feeders. Wow, I only have 2. And Dale's like, your hummingbirds are in the garage. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they're in the garage. There's 2 hummingbirds in the garage. They've been in there for a while. And I walk out there, and I'm like, I only saw 1, but sure enough, there's 1 hummingbird out in the garage. And it's just hanging out in the garage. It's like up on top of the garage door opener, and it's on a cord, and it's just, then it'll fly around. And I'm like, oh my goodness, right? Yes, Yvonne, I am certain that's what they're doing, is they're getting a lot of food. So they have all the energy that they need to fly south. So I have, even yesterday, no power, right? We have no electricity and we did not have the generator yet. I'm like, honey, I need to make more hummingbird food. That one out there is empty. I know it's empty. I got to fill it. Luckily for us, we have a gas stove. So Dale's like, well, that's easy. I'll just go light the stove for you. I'm like, oh, cool. So I boiled water and then did my whole sugar thing and filled up the feeder out back. So it's full. Well, it's not full anymore because they're hitting it like crazy, absolutely crazy. They will not be here much longer, you know. In Michigan, it's like end of August, beginning of September, they're going to leave my area, and I will miss them. It has been so much fun this summer watching them. I mean, I always watch them, but we have more than we have ever had, which is awesome. And it's just been a blast. They didn't used to like the hummingbird feeder on the porch. They didn't usually go to that one. But, oh, this summer, I think because there's 4 of them and they realize there's 2 feeders now, it's gotten much more busy. You know what I mean? Much more busy. So it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, they'll be leaving, they'll be leaving the end of August, beginning of September here because we're more northerly. And I hate it. I hate when they leave, but yeah. Yeah, we do have a gas stove. We can cook. Yes, that's awesome. How much? Okay, there's a heart over your comment, Joe. I can't see the rest of it. 6 to 10 cups a day. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of hummingbird food. We got 9 feeders. 9 feeders. Wow. Well, we don't have them in the winter, Jeannie. So no, I don't do that because they're not here in the wintertime. Like I said, they'll be gone here in a couple weeks probably. So anyhow, I miss them. I miss them. The oldest grandson, having hung out here for the summer, he's fascinated. He's fascinated with the birds, all the animals. He's just fascinated with all of it. And he'll look out and he'll be like, Grandma, do you know that there are a bunch of sparrows in that tree out there in the bush? And I'm like, yes, I know that. There are a bunch of sparrows. And then he'll be like, Grandma, do you see that red cardinal? And I'm like, yes, I see the red cardinal. Now, trying to get 3 kids, like there's one just hovering out there right now, out by my window. It's just hovering outside the window. It's so cool the way they can do that. Trying to get 3 children to be quiet out there on the deck so that they don't bother the hummingbirds, so the hummingbirds don't just fly off, has been quite a challenge. Because, they're kids and they want to make all kinds of noise and racket, and they just don't get the whole sit still, be very quiet, don't move, and they'll stick around and you'll be able to see them a lot longer, So it's been quite a challenge to try to get them to be quiet and just be able to observe and watch them. But every once in a while, especially if there's only like 1 kid outside, you might be able to get 1 kid to just sit quietly and just watch for a while. It's so cool. It is so cool. I love it. Uber Eats. There you go. Oh, by the time they leave, you're ready for a break. Trying to keep them all fed and keep your feeders full. Yeah, we don't have them year round. I wish that we did, but we do not. No, we don't. They'll be gone soon. Ah, makes me sad. Yep. Well, speaking of Uber Eats, I don't know what we're having for dinner. Like I said, we had brats on the grill for lunch. We had cereal for breakfast. I'm not a fan of lighting the gas stove with a lighter. I'm not a fan of that. I'll let Dale do that part. I don't like doing that. But he's still down. He's still down at the neighbors. So I think after I get off, and I might get off here just a few minutes early, but I think when I get off, I'll walk down the street, see how things are going down there. I could use the walk anyhow. It's not that far. I could use the walk, walk down there, see how things are going. It's a little scary to walk down there because there are so many trees down there that are still in such precarious positions you know they're going to fall at some point. And when one falls, I know that that's going to be a domino effect because it's holding up others and others are going to fall. And it's kind of scary to be down there with all that going on. But, I'll go down there and see what's up, see how they're doing, see if we want to get something to eat. I don't think we can go into town and get anything. I don't think anything in town is open. No. No, the leaves are not turning yet, except the leaves on the pear tree, which immediately turned light brown. Yeah. Move that pear tree, and in less than 24 hours, yeah, the leaves were brown. Shock. It was shocked. You're finished with coasters for now. There you go. Oh, you're going to go watch Meg. Oh, you have fun with that. Have fun with that. I'm not watching any scary shows. No, thank you. Oh yeah, we get some pretty interesting winters around here. No, pretty interesting winters. Winters are normally our storm. When we have storms and damages and things like that, it's typically, winter stuff, snow and ice and things that causes a lot of damage to trees and things like that. But woo, not this time. Not this time. Yep. Hello, Berta. Oh, I'm going down there without a hard hat. No, Molly, the power line is not going to snap and fall on me, Molly. The power lines are already on the ground. Not worried about the power lines. They're already down. There's nothing coming down. They are on the ground already. So, yep. No, I like to live dangerously. Hard soled shoes. Oh my gosh. No, Molly, I'm walking down the street in my flip-flops. I mean, they're kind of hard-soled flip-flops, but I'm walking down the street in my flip-flops. No hard hat. I'm not cutting any trees. That one that's leaning, I'll just, I'm going to make sure I'm going to keep my eye on it. I will not get electrocuted. I promise. I will not get electrocuted. Promise. I promise. Oh, pear salad. Oh my gosh. You and your pear salad. Ugh. Yuck. I won't get electrocuted. Not going to step on the power lines. I know where they're at. They're not in their driveway. I'm good. Yeah. They're on the ground. I know where they're at. Does anyone else have a heart in the chat section? There's a heart there in my chat. I don't know why it's there. I don't know why the heart's there. I don't know. I don't know how to make it go away. It's just there. I can change it. Can I change it? Oh, now see, it just, okay, that's what it did. There's a heart, and then I can send up hearts. I can send up a smiley face. See? I can send up 100. I can send up that's what I can do. Can you do that? But the heart doesn't go away. See? Hearts. Somebody's doing it. See? You're doing it. Yes, you're sending hearts. That's what you're doing. Hi, Jody. Yeah, we're good. Just a lot of damage. Lots of trees. Lots of trees on roofs. Lots of stuff. But we're good here. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are doing it. It's been there for a while. I know. And see, when I was saying Joe's comment was covered up, it was covered up. The end of his comment was covered up with this little heart here. I can even do it. There, have 100. Have 100. I can't make it go away, but it's there. It just keeps going. Oh, goodness. It's annoying because the button sits at the top of the right. It sits over the chat sometimes. So the last comment, you might not be able to read it until it moves up a little bit because it's covering up part of the comment. You don't see the heart, Jeanette? It's a great big heart. It's just there. It's right at the bottom. Like right now, it's covering up April's comment. I think April's comment said bubbles. Bubbles? But you can't see it because the heart's over the bubble. Yeah, bubbles. Mm-hmm. And little bubbles. An iPhone has it. Mine's on my computer. I have it on my computer. I don't know. I don't know. Well, like I said, I think I'm going to get off a couple minutes early so that I can walk down the road and see how things are going, and see what we're going to do for dinner, because we either need to grill, and I don't really grill, or cook something on the stove. I don't know. Well, hello, Naomi, with all the hearts. Naomi's got all the hearts. My tablet doesn't have it. I'm losing my mind. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Carolyn. Have you been here the whole time? I don't know. I always have my phone with me, Molly, because I'm filming everything. Wait until you see the video footage of this stuff, you guys. You'll be blown away. You'll just be blown away. I know. That's what I'm going to do. See if they want some food, and then I'll have to figure out where I can go get food. Yeah. I hope things return to normal soon, too, but I'm not very optimistic, right? I'm not very optimistic. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not until next week, Monday, Tuesday. You just got back from a wine run. Well, bravo. Got some wine. Oh, yeah. I'll let y'all know when the power comes back, but I am able to get on my computer and I can make videos. So I get to make videos. Woohoo! I could actually record too, because that does not require any power, just my phone. So I can record and I can do videos. Yay. Guess you know what I'll be doing. Yeah. And I don't know when we can go get groceries, because I don't know if the grocery store is open. I don't know. I don't know. See if the neighbors need some meat or frozen stuff in my freezer. They gave me stuff to put in my freezer because theirs isn't working. It might be now, though. It might be now because they got that generator working down there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Yep, we're good. We're safe. It's a mess, but we're safe. That's the main thing. It's a mess, but we're safe. What more can you ask for? Right? Well, I could have asked for it not to happen, but that's not really in my control now, is it? All right. I'm going to let you guys go so I can head down the street before it gets dark. I don't want to go down there in the dark. If it was dark, I would take my car, but I'm going to walk, so I'm going to go now. All right. I will keep you all posted. Yes, I will. All right. You guys have a good weekend. Have a good Sunday, and stay safe. You never know. You just never know. This was totally like crazy, out of the blue, wild, just blow my mind. Anyhow. All right. I keep trying to think I'm going to shut it off on my computer. Oh, there's my hummingbird. Hi, hummingbird. He can see me in the window. It's funny. But I have to get up and go over here to my phone to shut off the live. All right. You guys have a good night. Have a good Sunday. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, you guys.